Welcome everyone, this is Dad Joke Cinema. Today, the closed beta for Cozy Sim MMO Palia opened its doors to a number of players, and I was fortunate enough to be among those. Thanks to the NDA being lifted, I can show you my play sessions and tell you the good, the bad, everything in between, and hopefully some of the things that people haven't gotten to see before. Right away, we see a group of players talking to Sifu, one of the characters in the town. You can see that in the dialogue choices, there are different answers that relate to different elements to show the type of reaction that is. Now I'm bringing up the friends interface in order to add YouTuber and Twitch streamer Dodi Itak, who I've mentioned in my videos before, so you can see how that works. One thing that people have not gotten to see much of, and have a lot of questions on, is how do you get to your housing area? So this is running from Kilima Village, the town, and I'm heading up this hill here to where you'll be able to enter your home lot. As it loads up here, you can see my tent already adorned with some of the items that I gathered either through the Refer a Friend program or things that I've captured along the way. I have my workbench already and I'm able to look at the items I'm able to make. In this storage bin, you'll see that I'm able to move items from my own inventory easily. Right-clicking will move an entire stack. It's pretty standard for that sort of thing. One thing that is very important about the way that Palia works in order to be cozy as possible is anything on your lot that requires materials can pull from any of your storage crates. Anytime you need to use a material in one of your refiners or to cook a recipe, it doesn't need to be in your inventory just as long as it's in your storage. I have a fish here that I caught earlier, and because it is a star quality fish, it can be displayed on your lot. I simply select it in the hotbar, left click, and then I'm able to place it using the mouse wheel to rotate. Using control to go back into the grid mode to edit things, I can pick up this little trophy that I have and place it on top of the aquarium. In this section, I'm exploring the boundaries of the world a little bit. As you can see, whenever you jump into deep water, the screen fades to black and you're returned to dry land. This time was actually an accident. I didn't mean to fall off that cliff, but luckily I'm just brought right back up. You can traverse shallow water with no problem. Here I'm able to level up my foraging skill. That is simply collecting things you find on the ground or plants. Here I'm looking at a map of Kilima Village, which you can see is clearly laid out with all of the points of interest, the shops, the area where you get back to your own housing lot, but also you can see that all of the NPCs are there, including the ones you haven't met yet. You're able to drop a waypoint on the map for easy navigation, but you can also put one of those pins on one of the NPCs so you're able to find them if they're moving around or heading back home after work. And after closing the map, I was surprised by a well-decorated whirly from the official Palia Discord bouncing up and down in front of me, saying hello. Fast forwarding into night, you can see the way the environment changes as the day-night cycle progresses, but also, we're looking at the character page here. You can see the tools that you have currently equipped for your tool wheel, and under it there is each of the 8 skills that you can level up, and if you mouse over each of them, they show you who is the skill trainer for that particular skill. The 3 forms of currency are gold, which you get by selling items, renown, which you gain by completing achievements and quests, and the premium currency that is purchased with real-world money. The quest screen is basically what you would expect from an MMO-style game. The neighborhood tab is a little sparse at the moment as they're going to be adding more community features in the future, but right now you can see who's a member of your neighborhood, who the officers are, and you can invite new people if you are one of those officers. The relationship screen was pretty well covered in the first look, so I'm not going to go into too much more detail on it. And last but not least, you have accomplishments, which are like achievements in other games. You gain renown for performing a wide variety of tasks. And this is the part that I know a lot of people have been interested in seeing. This is the premium store. You access it by going into Gel's clothing store and changing your clothes. You will see the store button up in the top right hand corner. As you can see, there is a premium currency that is used. Items can be purchased one at a time or in a bundle of 3. The items all include tops, bottoms, and some have headgear or hats or sunglasses or other items, and all of these items can be mixed and matched like any of the non-premium clothing items. You can also mix premium and non-premium clothing items together to make your own unique outfit. And just to show off some of the options, here is my character in a pretty dress. The game is not currently without its issues. It is a beta release after all. A major issue came up where some people were having trouble with progression, and the servers were brought down for quite a while a hotfix was put into place. Very few of those people who had problems did have to have their progress reset, but for the most part it seems like everybody is back to where they used to be. In this instance, I found my friend Otter, who was trying with me to get to a treasure chest over on the far rock there, and Otter kept falling in the water where they appeared to be stuck. Later, I came back to find them floating in the air well above the rock. This is also an opportunity to show off the photo mode in the game. Photos you take are eventually deleted unless if you save them to your album, which also puts them in your local screenshot folder. Eventually, I found Cinnabons and we posed on the steps of the mayor's manor in order to get a nice photo in selfie mode. Admittedly, this was mainly just so I could show off my fancy new outfit. Here I ran into another small bug where the photo that I just took would not show up in the album after I saved it until I had closed out of the photo mode completely and went back in. The point here is that the game is working pretty well, but it is not without its issues. While placing some items on my lot, I was visited by Doity Itak. And you can see I got a pop-up here telling me all about visitor permissions on lots. Doity was able to visit my lot because we were friends, and you can see as you visit this sign here, it will show you what friends and party members you have available to visit the lots of. When I leave to go to Senna's lot, for example, Doity was on my lot and was immediately kicked back out to his own lot as I had left. In the Bahari Bay Adventure Zone, I had a little bit of trouble catching a barracuda. This particularly difficult fish had its bar deplete very quickly as soon as it came out of the safe zone brackets, but I was able to pull it off. In some of the mines of the adventure zones, you will find these geysers. If you stand on the geyser long enough, it will activate and throw you far up into the air. This is a really fun way to get around, but unfortunately I didn't quite have my glider yet, so I came straight back down. You can see as your inventory becomes full, it turns red to let you know. There is an overflow where certain items can go, but you will not be able to access those until you clear some space to bring them out of overflow. And that's it. Is there anything in particular you wanted to see from Palia that I have not covered? Please let me know in the comments below, and as always, have a great day.